The main purpose and goal of this album is to really share with everyone who listens to it the freedom and love that God has for everyone. Growing up, I dealt with a lot of pressure, and I translated that into my relationship with God. And it took me a long time to realize that I didn't have to do things or perform in order to gain God's acceptance. There's a really great verse in the Bible that I've hung on to for years that says, if I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in hell, you're there as well. And that really just showed me the character of God, that He's never going to leave me and He's never going to forsake me, and that He's going to love me no matter what. From the first track on the EP, Always Faithful, that no matter what, regardless of the situations we face, no matter what we go through, God is always going to be faithful, and He's going to stay true to His word, which is amazing, because all we think about sometimes is our relationship with the next human who is bound to let us down. But to be in a relationship with an almighty being and a creator who loves me and who's not going to change is amazing, regardless of the actions or decisions we may make. The second song on the EP is entitled You're All I Need, and it was a song I wrote back in 2008 when I was just really feeling those feelings of imperfection and almost not being good enough for God. But it took me to a point where I realized that the gospel is simply about what God and what Jesus has already done for us on the cross, and how the shed blood of the nails going through His hand is our covering, and how that saves us from death. And the song You're All I Need is just simply a cry out to God. Again, no matter where you're coming from, it's simply a cry out to God saying, Jesus, you are all I need. The third song, Freedom Is Here, which is really what sums up this whole EP, is just realizing what this relationship with God is all about, and finding freedom in that, not being bound to this set of rules or this rule book, or not being bound to performing for God, but actually realizing that He loves us no matter what, and finding freedom in that, and really living life to the fullest with the boundaries that God has set in place for us. I really struggled with the last song on the EP. I had written a previous song and wanted to put it on there, but it just really wasn't connecting with my heart and my vision for the rest of the songs. So I brought the idea to my producer Raymond, and we kind of just sat down and started playing around with some chords and a melody, and we came up with literally this two-liner song almost. Nothing fancy, but the lyrics are so powerful. It's just, again, all a reminder about how this relationship doesn't cost us anything, because it costed Him everything. And the reason He did it was all for love.